Hey everybody, and welcome to another video. My name is Adam, and we're recording an Explorer video for QuietSpeculation.com. Today we got a really cool one. Mindsplice Apparatus is one of the new cards from Phyrexia All-We-One, and this card's been overperforming for me. It kind of feels a little bit like Wilderness Reclamation a little bit, in that it's a 4-mana build-around card that makes the most out of your spells. You get to double spell these big impactful plays over and over again. So what it does, we've seen cards like this plenty of times before. Your instants and sorceries cost 1 less for each counter that's on it, and you put a counter on each upkeep. The important thing to note over the previous versions, this one has flash. So you can have a primarily instant speed deck with a lot of interaction, a lot of removal, to kind of one-for-one your opponent, and then when there's a window that opens, you can resolve the Mindsplice Apparatus, and then everything else becomes more or less trivial. Something to note, so we have Big Score, which is a little bit of a upgrade from the previous version of the 2 red, discard a card, draw 2, make 2 treasures. While this card's been out for quite a while now, it's super nice compared to the previous Alrund's Epiphany kind of combo deck that existed in Standard, because when Mindsplice Apparatus is on 3 or more counters, this now generates additional mana in the form of treasures. So it'll cost 1 and add 2 treasures. So you can kind of move up a chain. You have this other new card, the Monumental Facade, which is a land that enters untapped, which is super relevant, and you can put counters onto the apparatus. So very quickly you can, on turn 4, flash this in, untap, activate however many copies of Facade you have. There's now a minimum of 2 counters on your apparatus, meaning that your Supreme Will, your Divide by Zero all cost a single mana. Likewise, your Valakut's Awakening can correct your hand. And then from there, you now have 2 mana counter spells and Commit to Memory. You have Alrund's Epiphany, which you can start chaining with, say, your Galvanic Iteration. Your Fires of Victory gets much, much better. It can become either a 1 mana kill virtually anything or a 2 mana kill anything that cantrips. Additionally, you have Chemist's Insight, which becomes a 1 mana draw 2, and you get effectively 2 copies of them each time that you draw an individual copy. Kind of rounding out the numbers on removal, we have Brotherhood's End, we have Abrade, Fiery Impulse, and Fading Hope. The one card that this deck does not want to see is Shieldred, which is why it makes a lot of sense to still have this cheap interaction, Fading Hope, and Fires of Victory being a semi-reliable way of getting rid of that Shieldred. Divide by Zero also does a lot in that matchup. As far as our learn board, we have the typical Environmental Sciences, Teaching of the Archaics, and Mask Exhibition. One card that I was kind of going on, or back and forth on, there's the was it Intro to Prophecy? It's, I believe, 3 mana draw scry, or in some combination of that. Let's double check on the name before I say wrong information. Oh no, it would be a lesson, wouldn't it? Yeah, this one, Introduction to Prophecy. So scry 2, draw a card, but because you have your Mindsplice Apparatus, it's functionally 0 mana to do it in most circumstances. I think at the current point in time, I would rather just have more impactful sideboard slots, because that's probably the 3rd card I would want to get off of my Divide by Zeros. But I think it's still worthwhile. Environmental Sciences kind of does a similar function. It makes sure that you can hit a land drop. It's a little bit of a life pad. Because for the first couple turns, you're just kind of playing a control element before you start comboing. And then the actual way that you kill people, you have Alrund's Epiphany, which you want to try to line up with Galvanic Iteration, though you don't necessarily have to. Hall of the Storm Giants is also great here. Sideboard Plan, because it's not uncommon to play against decks with Karn in it in Explorer, in particular the Nykthos ramp deck. Plays 4 copies, and that has the Stone Brain in their sideboard. So for there, I'm a big fan of Commence the Endgame as a alternate win condition. You can pretty reliably get your token to be bigger than a 5/6, which is where that deck typically caps out. I feel like game one, you're probably a bit of a dog against the green ramp deck unless you're able to snipe off some of their early mana dorks. But from there, I think that you're well suited with Disdainful Strokes and Aether Gust in the sideboard. That's a lot of words to say that this is a blue-red ramping control deck that wants to sling a lot of spells. It's a ton of fun, and we're going to play 5 games on ladder and then debrief after. Oh, actually, before we hop in, just as a note, I was toying around with a blue-black version before I switched to blue-red. I can just pop this open real quick. Some of the things that I thought were really cool additions. So you have like Experimental Augury, Drown and Ichor, which is a great removal spell. But these cards have Proliferate, so those are able to buff up your Mindsplice Apparatus even more. The main issue I found with the blue build, or sorry, with the black build, is that you would kind of peter out a little bit. Having access to the treasure production off of, God, what is the card? I keep on saying Wild Guess. We'll just pop it open again. Big Score, that was it. The map production off Big Score has been very relevant, and being able to actually copy it with the Galvanic Iteration, also super, super nice. Okay, so we're going to hop in, play 5 games on ladder, and go from there. As a reminder, this video has been brought to you by QuietSpeculation.com. They are a Magic the Gathering finance website, but they do a lot of really cool stuff as far as constructed metagames go and how to make the most bang for your Magic buck. Highly recommend you check them out. Great group of folks there. And from there, we will hop into it. I appreciate my opponent's choice of avatar. Alright, so Jegantha tells me that they are likely the red-black artifact sack deck. I think this hand is fine. I'm going to lead on Steam Vents. I have a Fires as interaction. These divides are going to hopefully do some work. Probably get the draw spell when I go to land. Red-green. Okay, so this is actually a different deck. My guess is they're probably playing the red-green vehicles thing. So in that case, I want to keep them off of a 3-drop for a turn. Kill their dork. I'm going to hope divide by 0 next turn, and presumably the one after. Okay, Mutavault suggests that I was correct. Yeah, this is red-green vehicles. So they're going to have cards like Lovestruck Beast, the Storm Tamer, the werewolf that gives haste and +1/+0, and what else? Esca's Chariot and Sky Sovereign. Those are the main ways that they're going to try and get advantage here. I do actually think it's correct to divide here. And I can grab a Teaching of the Archaics. I don't need to play it quite yet. Fiery Impulse is actually really, really nice for me. I can kill off their token if they just go to cast the Lovestruck here. Or I can kill the Mutavault if they activate it. Alright, so we're going to divide the Lovestruck again. Notably, they don't actually have another green source, and they played a land for turn, so this gets stuck in their hand. They don't even get the token out of the deal. Hopefully they activate their Mutavault, and I can snipe that out with the Fiery Impulse. They do not want to go for it. That's fine. I can shoot the elf instead. Ooh. Okay, now I have a Mindsplice Apparatus here, which Does that change much? I guess it does. They're not going to be able to play enough spells to turn off the teachings, I don't think. And for their very aggressive deck to not even get me down to 16 on turn 5, they're really, really far behind. They're being hamstrung on this green mana here pretty severely. If I were a betting man, they'd probably have an Abrade. But I think that's a fine risk to take here. It's unlikely they will be able to kill me from 17. Ooh. Oh. I just realized I have both my basics in play. Yikes, okay. Well, I'm going to hold control here. If my opponent has an instant speed way of interacting here, I can foretell at any point. Cool. And presumably Gal Veneration into Alrund's Epiphany will likely seal the deal here. So this one's going to cost 4 mana next turn. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'll be able to Gal Veneration into Epiphany. Definitely. I won't be able to do it twice unless I draw... actually, not even sure what I can draw. I would have to check the math on it. Monumental Facade might help. That's not going to do it. So we're going to Gal Veneration. Get some buddies. Notably, my opponent tapped out of colored mana sources. So I will need to find something. But I've got a little bit of time to do that. Alright, so what happens if I iteration into a Kicked Fires? That's going to deal 2, 3. So I can kill a Lovestruck here. Oh, and Big Score is a great draw. This is really showcasing the power of the Mindsplice Apparatus. Ooh, and a commit? That ain't even fair. I have one more turn lined up. I don't think it's worth it to burn these treasures since memory will only cost 2 mana on this turn. Cool. I don't think it's worth it to play the Facade at this point. So let's go for Chemisters. We are popping off here. I will need to draw something, but that's not going to be difficult. Ditch the land because I probably want to play Hull. I do have this Valakut's Awakening. Ooh. So I have 9 cards in hand. My opponent is on 7. So I can definitely hit in at the very least. So first things first. I will put the Hull back. Okay, so we hit the all-runs. We hit 2 all-runs. Perfect. My thinking is Hull isn't necessarily gonna do the job if they have these creatures, but we hit what we needed to hit. Alright, so that was a great showing for the first run of the deck. Presumably my opponent's going to have a few more artifact removal options, but that should be fine. Commence the endgame also seems nice here. I think Brotherhood's End can be good. It is a little slow. Question is, do I want the commence? I think one's probably fine. I can trim on Jawari. Trim on a Braid. No, I shouldn't trim on a Braid. What am I doing? My opponent's going to have a ton of artifacts in their deck. They're not going to... Do I even need this? Probably not. I need to cut 4 cards. Trim the Valakut's Awakening. Trim a Jawari. Don't think I want to trim the Gallop Blast. Don't think I... Probably don't need Shatter Skull Smashing, in all honesty. And I don't know, Supreme Will. This could be very wrong. Not quite sure. Alright, so I have answers to some early plays. I think that's fine to keep. And I have my land drop, so I can take advantage of the good 4 drops that I have in this deck. Opponent is on a mulligan. They don't have a turn 1 mana dork. And I picked up a Chemister's Insight, which is really nice. Damping Sphere. Sure. This does destroy artifacts. Though I'm not really sure this is good against me. You know, I'll do it. They're on a mulligan. I don't think Bone Crusher is super relevant against me. Yeah, they're not interested in keeping it either. And I drew a Mindsplice. They get a Chariot. I do think I want to pop one of the creatures here. This makes them need to have another thing to be able to... Oh, why am I blanking on words? They need to play another creature to crew their Chariot. And I'm okay with them tapping pretty low. That doesn't actually do it for them. I'm actually pretty okay with this. I'm gonna destroy their thing here. Gives me access to chemisters. Outland Liberator. Yeah. Now, is it worth it to get rid of their token? I don't think so. Liberator's going to blow up on their end step anyway, presumably, or before their end step. I think drawing here is probably best for me. Okay, found me a braid. Actually really like Galviteration into a braid here. That seems real good for me. Stop at combat. Pop you. Pop you. So even if my opponent had like a scavenging use here, that would not be great for me, but I should still be able to kill it. Oh no, they just have another Sky Sovereign. Yeah, I'm fine with that. If I draw a land, I can Galv in... Okay, or that works too. The question is, do I want to do it now? And I think that's fine. If I draw a land, I'm going to want to play it. Ooh. Ooh, okay. Alright, so they will get to hit me with the Sky Sovereign, which is not ideal for me. Gus is actually kind of nice here. I got a 3, which is not really where I want to be. Oh, that's kind of nice. Can I survive? long enough. Get a little risky. Okay, so they drew a Mutavault for turn. Do this go to 1? Alright, they don't have it. Ooh, that's really nice. So I can divide this. I guess I grab... Mascot? So I think I want a big score pitch. Probably the Mindsplice, actually. I don't think I'm going to get a chance to play it. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I have enough for both. And first one's done. Whew. We are 1-0 with red-blue Mindsplice Apparatus extra turns. Still working on a catchier title. Excuse me, getting over a little bit of a cold here, so bear with me. At least it wasn't COVID. Alright, so this is a two-lander that doesn't really do much. I have my key pieces, but I don't want to have no interaction for several turns. No removal means Supremo's probably digging us a land if we hit our third land by turn 3. I think I can do better. Somehow not better. Good enough. 1, 2, 3, So, not what I was expecting, in all honesty. I think I start on untapped red source just in case. This Brotherhood's End is actually going to look real nice if my opponent's following turn is just play a Lovestruck. I think this can come in tapped. Hitting the Sheevan Reef is actually really, really good for us. It's an untapped land, so we can hit our Chemisters Insight on turn 3. Yep, I'm fine with that. Alright. Through to everything. Didn't have the Dork here, which is actually super, super good. Drawing big score changes things a bit. I'm going to pitch probably a Chemister's Insight. A Shia. Oh, I can't get rid of that. Doesn't have reach though. That's a saving grace for me. I think I want the big score. I'll pitch Hall. I need to play out the Stormcarved Coast so I can fire Impulse a 1-drop if they have it. Otherwise, I am dead to the board. Karn would actually also be super, super bad for me here. Yep. I haven't seen builds of the mono green ramp with the Shia yet. That's definitely interesting. And there's the Karn. Worst possible hit for me, turns off my treasures. And the important thing, Fiery Impulse doesn't actually hit Planeswalkers. That is the major downside of it. So I need to draw fires. Never mind, I drew fires. 3, 7. Can't kick it.
Farewell, and thank you for the lesson.
My life total is not going to matter at this point because any amount that hits me is going to be lethal. I guess it's fine to let the cat out of the bag with the facade. Turn target spell or permanent. So I bounce a Shia, what happens? Sure, you can have another old growth. Doesn't have trample. Guessing there's another Nykthos. Yep. Yeah, I'm not winning this one. Go to 3. Yeah, that's not going to do it. Oh, God, I need them not to hit the Karn, and having that double Nykthos is also not ideal for me. Alright, so we're bringing in these cards. Brotherhood's End is fine, but I don't think I want more than the 1 copy. It only really hits their mana dorks. So out comes... Supreme Will and Valka's Awakening can probably both go. A Braid, I want to keep that in. Gallon Duration is fine. I don't think Jawari is at its best in this matchup, and I'm bringing in other counter spells already. The bright side, I know my opponent isn't really sideboarding here. They have Karn into Haywire Might, and that should be their only way of getting rid of the apparatus. Honestly, I can probably just not play the Brotherhood's End, as strange as that sounds. Is a way of clearing out their Planeswalkers, but unless it's Karn downtick, I'm not killing the Karn. I'm definitely not killing the Nahiri, or not Nahiri, the Kiora. I don't know if they're playing Nissa. I imagine their Shia slot might be their Nissa slot. You know, I'm okay with going down to 1 commit. That seems okay. What is with these 1-landers? Yeah, this hand's much, much better. Now the question is, do I bottom the Chemisters or do I bottom the commit? I think I bottom the Chemisters. You get the turn 1 dork.
Defying you will be easy. The ocean surges, life
Another dork?
thrives.
Yep. Alright, my opponent is on one of their best possible draws, which is not great for me. Hoping they don't have a Nykthos here. Nope, they hit an Ultra Troll though, which might give them the Nykthos.
One drop ripples and grows.
Must be nice. counter that. Yeah.
I love to make a splash.
I think it's probably worth it to commit here. So this is going to exile no matter what. But my interaction for their subsequent big mana plays is a lot cheaper this next turn. Really wish I hit a land there. This match does not feel like it's going to be close. Between my mulligans and my opponent just popping off with the best possible sequence of cards that they... Stop it! Please! Yeah, I'm not winning this one. Not by a long shot. Do they have another Karn? Oh, they have a Love Struck. So we're gonna get a redraw here. Into Lair of the Hydra. I don't think I have outs. Alright, well. We're bouncing you. That's not an out. That's not an out. Alright. Unfortunately did not did not have a snowball's chance in that one. Unfortunate. That is one of the downsides of playing one of these style decks. If you draw just the wrong half or too much of a concentration of one particular end, the deck can kind of sputter a little bit. So a little bit of lands in interaction, sure. A little bit of lands in your big mana draw spells, yikes. Alright, so my opponent is on a Karuga deck. That tells me that they're probably playing Fires. It also tells me that this Jawari Disruption is probably going to be pretty nice. And I do have a Mindsplice Apparatus as well, which is going to be helpful. And I drew another land, so I don't have to worry about this coming in tapped if I need a land. Perfect. My concern with this matchup, they likely have Leyline Binding, which can disrupt me doing what I'm trying to do. I'm going to try and bait them into playing out a Leyline here. Or sorry, not a Fires here. Then I can flash in a Mindsplice Apparatus after they've exhausted 2 spells. Oh, okay. Show me Mystical Dispute. Nope, did not. And they didn't keep up their white source. That's super, super nice for me. Big score. I guess I do it again. little bad. Really wish I hit a land there. Really? 15 cards? Alright, there's 0 chance that this is living. Or maybe not. So they can turn that into a 5. I'm not sure if there's a 5 that gets rid of the apparatus. Oh, I don't care about that at all. Nice. 4, 5, 6. I'll take some turns. Ooh, I can take more turns. That would put me 1 mana short. So I have another one lined up. Oh, this is plus 1 mana. Never mind, we're good. I do think I want the treasure to stick around. Alright. Pretty sure my opponent's dead here. I make 4 more birds. I have 3 more turns lined up. Yeah. Okay. So them getting Elishnorn. Is that there are only 5? Because I imagine like either Scarab God or Kenrith or Cavalier would all be much, much better than that. Either way, let's bring in our counter spells. Get rid of our. They're gonna have a bunch of 3-mana creatures, all of which are a little dinky. Copy of Fire is probably fine. Don't want Brotherhood's End, probably. Presumably they have things like Night of Autumn and Aether Channeler. Do I want Commence the Endgame? Probably fine. I have to make 2 more cuts. Sure, one of these. I want to keep the commits. I can't touch some of these other cards. Supreme Will is also... they're going to have disputes post-board. I think this is fine. Can't keep that hand or that hand. Good lord, I'm having bad luck today. Let's put 2 cards back. That's 1 card. Probably don't need the commit. I'm actually okay with them having fires. And Leyline of the Void does not do anything against me. Here's a Mindsplice you cannot interact with. I really want to hit a land. Let's pitch the big score. I hit my land, and it was a good one. Let's make my spells cost less, please. Enigmatic Incarnation is fine. Play a second spell. Oh! Good lord, this is going to be dirty. Bounce this back to your hand. You cannot stop me from doing it. This is going to be 4. I think I take the Mask Exhibition. My opponent cannot cast additional spells this turn. I'm not a math magician. Let's see if we can kill... Oh, okay, never mind. We're definitely killing them. So I have 1, 2, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 19. Okay. Whew. Okay, that was nice. I had a lot of fun in that one. Thank you. I think we ran into 2 issues from our opponent here, which definitely lost them the game. The first one being Leyline of the Void is not a good card against me. It stops commit to memory. End of list. I guess it stops the flashback, or I guess the jumpstart on Chemister's Insight, but that's... You're not bringing this card in for that purpose. And the way that they sequence their critical turn here with Karuga, they should have done differently. They just opened themselves up to getting hit by the Mindsplice. And we did draw really well with the second extra turn spell there, but putting my opponent to 1 with a full board like that, they were going to struggle to make it through. Okay, we are 2-1. 2 more games to go. Hand looks fine to me. It's a little slow, but I have all the pieces. About to get thought seized, and I will no longer have all my pieces. I think they take divide. But if they're on a slower draw here, let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, they kept the 7. I do rebuild really easily with Chemisters and Big Score. Ooh. Sure. I threaten them with the burn spell off the top. So they're in this like weird spot where they need to put pressure on me to take advantage of that disruption from the Thoughtseize. Otherwise, I will draw out of it, and then they'll be buried in card advantage. That was not what I was expecting. I'm going to tuck this way, though. So if I had to guess, my opponent's probably going to play a Fable this turn, which is a very good card, but it's not building to the board yet, in the sense that it can interact with the stuff I'm doing. So I'm still at 20. I'm going to be able to start casting all these spells in my hand. My opponent has like exactly Shieldred, then I'm in an issue. Okay. White mana. So they're a Leyline deck? Fires. Okay, this was not the start I would expect from a Fires play. Ooh, okay. I'm into that. Cycling sounds great to me. You're going to choose a permanent in your graveyard, sacrifice a permanent that shares a card type with it. If you do, swap them. Sure. This card doesn't seem very good. So they have a ley line, pretty clearly. Sure. I think I big score pitching probably Chemisters. Because I want to hit a land here. I do. Shock that in. I'm going to stop a combat. Perfect. Alright. And this works in a way that doesn't let them sacrifice their fires to bring back a Reflections of Kiki Jiki from the board, or from the graveyard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm 1 mana short from being able to do the thing, but I do have this Mindsplice in hand, so I'm going to make them have it. Seems like they probably do. A Cav. Sure, you got me. Okay. So I'm going to take a lot of damage here, but I'm not going to die, I don't think, right? 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh, no, I would die from that. They do have to go for it. red, blue. Red. Alright, so this gives me the most digs at a removal spell for the token. Nope, that's not going to do it. Come on. Nah. That's frustrating. I was not anticipating to die that turn. I did not think my opponent could assemble a draw that would do that. And it's fine. I do think that I'm decently positioned in this matchup. Bring this. Take that out. So they're a Mardu Fires deck, it looks like. I mean, technically they have the green, but I haven't seen blue. Doesn't mean it's not there, but I think it's less likely. 2. Don't need that. I mean, I haven't seen the blue. Might as well. It's still a counterspell. Not a great one. Sure. They're playing Leyline. My assumption is they probably do have the blue, and they just had a weird draw for whatever reason, but I'm on the play. I have everything I need except the lands and the red sources, which that's a lot of what I need. Divide by 0 can get me where I want to be. It is susceptible to a Thoughtseize. I think this hand is probably slightly below average, but likely better than what my 6 could be. I think my opponent's on 1-5 if I saw that correctly. Yeah, that's probably fine. The thing about the Fires decks, they mulligan aggressively. Their mana really needs to work out, and it struggles. So this is a Thoughtseize for Duress. I think they should take Divide. I can understand taking a Mindsplice. Divide would be the correct answer. Okay. Missing that land's brutal for us. Really? Like this? Like this? Come on. Alright, looks like we're about to be 2-2. Alright, well there is the blue. Their mana base does not seem constructed in a way that can get Enigmatic Incarnation online. No. Not today. Of course. Of course. The one tap land in the deck. I mean, it is what it is. I'll take 8. so they can put me to 6. Hopefully it's just play Children Pass. Or land Children Pass. Moon Blessed Cleric. Showdown the Skulls, for sure. Alright, well, drawing lands is the first step. Do they have the mana to showdown into... They do. Alright, I'm dead. Yeah. They play Children and I die. Oh, they have a Bone Crusher. Yep. Alright, 2 and 2. Missing land drops hurts. I think I'm playing, what, 25 lands? Give or take? Between the MDFCs. I think it's like 24 actual lands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 MDFCs. Like, the likelihood of that happening is fairly low. Even if I take out the Jawaris. Alright, we are in our last match. We're 2 and 2. I would like a positive record at the end of this. Hand seems fine. Probably going to lead on Sokinzan to hold up Fiery Impulse. Perfect. Alright. Playing against a black deck, probably red-black. Yep. They were not interested in playing a 2-drop, which tells me that this is a Fable hand. If there's no world in which they would keep no plays. I think I tucked this away. As of right now, they don't know what my deck is. And I don't really want to give it away with Monumental Facade quite yet. Liliana, I'm very okay with that.
Happy to help, but I'm tired of your secrets.
Oh, just like drew it up.
Drop it.
Discard of Fires. They go land, animate. I'm in good shape. They have chosen not to. Hopefully they don't have a K command or an Abrade here. Which, no, they don't. Perfect. Alright, so Big Score is now mana neutral. If I hit a land, I can Allrun's Epiphany. Not technically a land. But I do think I play it. Double Bone Crusher? Sure.
Don't overthink things.
Yeah. I haven't done the math quite yet, but I'm fairly certain that this is going to be lethal. Close enough to it. Yep. Let's take a turn. Let's take a turn. Let's take 3 turns. My opponent's tapped out. I have a memory. And 3 turns lined up. Okay, they're not interested. Woo! Alright, so they are on red-black. Brotherhood's End can come in. Gust, not super interested. I think I can bring in a Commence the Endgame. They're probably taking out removal. Probably also taking out Liliana. At least they should. I don't think it's good in this matchup. Cut a Valka. We can cut the Jawaris. These are probably okay. Do I need 3 of these? Probably not. Alright. Can this one be for the marbles? Well, this one ain't. Another one-lander. Okay. I'm fine with this. I put back Commence. I'm having some mouse issues. Strange. Discard. Probably big score. Okay. That tells me they either have something or they're trying to go for a more aggressive line here. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Let's tuck that away. I'm surprised they kept in Power Word Kill. I guess they don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to play the Coast just to have the hidden information. I'd probably end up discarding the Steam Vents to big score either way. Fable, sure. They kept in Liliana too. Kind of surprising, if I'm being honest. I probably don't need to do that, and it's probably better for me to have the treasure. But my opponent can't play a, yeah, that's fine.
Nobody knows Dominaria's shadows like. I'm tired of your secrets.
Can't play a Shieldred, is what I was getting at. Brotherhood's End. It's pretty nice. You know what? Let's kill off some stuff.
Regret that.
Drop down to no cards in hand, so their Liliana is bad. Sure. Please discard a card.
Don't overthink things.
They did have the shoulder. That's not great for me.
Sorry, I'm not interested in dying today.
Move. Have to do it like this because I'm dead either way. Yep. Oh god, I need them not to have the Shieldred. It's possible that just Shieldred's too ubiquitous right now. We played against Karn decks, which were difficult to line up, and we played against Shieldred, which is real good against these. Maybe instead of Chemisters, I should be playing Deluge, but that doesn't seem right to me. Maybe I need to adjust the removal package. Rose isn't on Arena yet, right? Like I can't play that in Explorer? Yeah, it's fine. Not exciting, but fine. Turn 1, Thoughtseize, probably take Divide. They have another one that takes Mindsplice. That's a good draw. Called it. Do you have a third one? No. Okay. Oh.
Happy to help. I'm tired of your secrets.
I'll discard the Brotherhood's End. Not really interested in it right now. Mindsplice, nice. Ooh, they played the Trespasser at the wrong interval. Definitely should have ticked up first, because I was going to pitch the Chemisters here.
We all have things we love.
Is that 5? Okay. Another one. That's interesting. I think I do go for big score here. I'm also pretty happy to do this sequence. Surprisingly unhelpful here, but I can pitch it. Goodbye.
You won't be outsmarting me.
I need to hit something that can remove that Liliana. Okay, I hit something. Ooh, I hit something that can really remove that Liliana. Let's deal 3 damage to everything.
Now you've got my attention.
Downside, the hive. I didn't consider that.
We all have things we'd rather forget.
Yeah, that was a bit of a misplay. Alright, so puts me in a spot where I need to draw something. I've exhausted a few of my draw spells already. That is technically a draw spell. I mean, I can hit the token. Not super thrilled about this. Oh, okay. They played this for turn, right? Nice. That was a blowout. Unfortunately, I didn't have a follow-up. Liliana can come down, but it's not really going to do much. They can hit me for 3, also not going to do much. Alright, I need any form of action whatsoever. And I can't have it be a big score. Okay. That's the best thing I could have drawn. I think it makes more sense for me to just do the draw 2 and hold on to the Galv. Right? No. I think drawing 6 is probably still better. Two, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I'm into that. I think this is still correct. Bounce you. Grab you. Sure. I have 3 redundant spells. This hits Planeswalkers? Yep. And right now it's 2 mana, blow up 2 things, sorcery speed. X equals 7. Yeah. I'm okay with doing this trade. Bone Crusher will fizzle.
I'll have this fight finished before brunch.
Sacrifice my 2/1.
Sacrifices must be made.
That's an interesting one. We're gonna clear you out.
A delay, nothing more.
Steam Vents is here as a buffer for another discard spell. Yup. Unfortunate for me.
Nobody knows Dominaria's shadows.
The bright side, they can't really capitalize on that.
Always hated crowds.
At least not this turn. Ooh. Kind of into that. Sure.
Don't overthink things.
I'm not sure why you did that. You knew I had the abrasion. Big score's pretty nice here. All right, let's reload. Oh, okay. We're good. We're good. Cool. They actually weren't dead, surprisingly. Right? I didn't have a haul. You know, they weren't dead. They were in a bad spot, though. Them getting rid of their creature there was sort of relevant. Then we have 5 mana to work with, so even if they have 7 cards, there's going to be not a ton of interaction. And, like, they'll end up getting rid of 2 Fiery Impulses because this is going to kill their Liliana. Yeah, okay. So we finished 3 and 2. Let's look at the deck one last time. Oh, thank you so much. All right, so I'm going to keep toying around with this archetype a bit. I think that there's a lot to like. There's some metagame considerations that we will need to build around a little bit better. Particularly having answers to Shieldred, which you would think between the fires, the divide by 0, and the commits, we should have answers. But those decks also playing a lot of hand disruption. You end up in a position where if you don't have the answer, if you only have one and it's taken away, that can snowball very rapidly. Fiery Impulse, I don't know if that is worth it. Being able to clear out Planeswalkers is very good. I'm also thinking about answers to, say, Karn the Great Creator that are a little bit more proactive. Again, in theory, you're able to like divide by zero, like answer those sorcery speed big mana plays while they're on the stack. But if for whatever reason they're able to slip through, you then run into a lot of issues. It's possible like Pithing Needle out of the sideboard to shut down Karn is the right track because you can answer the rest of their deck fairly well. Something I was trying before that I might end up going back to is Burn Down the House. 5 mana to all creatures and planeswalkers should clear out every card that they have and every creature that's not Cavalier of Thorns. It's also another answer to Shieldred. And it's also not the worst thing to just like Galvanic Iteration copy, make 6/1/1 creatures with haste, and when they die, they ping. So it's really hard to interact well with them, and it works actually pretty well with the extra turns from Epiphany. Just being able to have additional sources of damage. I found that the deck does lack a few ways of closing out the game. You are more or less limited to Epiphany, Hall, and where is it? Mask Exhibition. Maybe there's room for a second Mask Exhibition in the sideboard just to have more consistent ways of finding threats if the first one is dealt with or if you need to go a little bit wider. All in all, I'm a big fan of this deck, and I think that there's a lot to love here. I'm excited to brew a little bit more with Mindsplice Apparatus and also see what a few other content creators are working on. That's it for me today. You can find this video on quietspeculation.com. It should be up this coming Tuesday. But you can follow me and all my stuff either here at twitch.tv/acexspades or on Twitter at Adam E. Cohen. Thank you so much for hanging out, everybody. I will see you all next time.